Are we good? So welcome. Good morning, everybody. So happy to see all these faces on a sunny Sunday. Yay. You know, I know. I always expect the room to be empty when it's sunny out because us lower mainland people, we love our days of sunshine. So welcome, welcome. So we're going to kick off our morning as we usually do with our wonderful musicians. And today we have Leora, Cashe, and Jaye Krebs. If you haven't ever seen them before, they are amazing.
These are the gifts of the Spirit, love, joy, and peace. Gifts of the Spirit, are you ready to receive all the gifts of the Spirit? Love, joy, and peace. Gifts of the Spirit, are you ready to receive? Love, are you ready? Joy, are you ready? Peace, are you ready? Are you ready to receive? These are the gifts of the Spirit, love, joy, and peace. Gifts of the Spirit, I am ready to receive all the gifts of the Spirit, love, joy, and peace. Gifts of the Spirit, I am ready to receive. Love, I am ready. Joy, I am ready. Peace, I am ready. I am ready to receive. These are the gifts of the Spirit, love, joy, and peace. Gifts of the Spirit, I am ready to receive all the gifts of the Spirit, love, joy, and peace. Gifts of the Spirit, I am ready to receive. Compassion, I am ready. Forgiveness, I am ready. Abundance, I am ready. I am ready to receive. I am ready to receive. I am ready to receive.
Yahoo! Thank you. That's beautiful. Oh my gosh. Well, good morning. Introduce myself in case anybody is new here today. I am Reverend Tamara. I'm the spiritual director here at Center for Spiritual Living, White Rock. That's a whole mouthful. But I am so pleased to welcome you today and saying hello. You'll notice we do have a camera here because we do have usually a group of people on Zoom. And I believe we have practitioner Catherine on Zoom today. Hello, hello everyone, and welcome there. So if you are new today, we have our board president, Sandy, who just put her hand up, and she has a welcome package for you if you would like to receive one today. So I just really appreciate everybody being here. As I said, it's a sunny Sunday, so I know I love being out in the sun and getting out for a crisp walk when I can. So, but let's just take a breath together and settle into this time and space. I always like to start our morning off with a acknowledgement, by acknowledging that we gather on the unceded territories of the Coast Salish peoples. They include the Semiahmoo, Katzie, and Kwantlen nations, and to just honor their enduring relationship with the land and the water and everything that they care for. And I hope that this acknowledgement works towards that right relationship, towards listening, and towards our shared responsibility of caring for this earth. Here at CSL White Rock, we hold a vision of a loving, vibrant world that works for all. And we are an open and affirming science of mind community where the vibration of love lifts you, the wisdom of the ages inspires you, and know that it's never too late to know true happiness. Our teaching is grounded in the science of mind, and it's a spiritual philosophy that honors the universal truth found in all faith traditions. And we know that each of us is a unique expression of that divine. And we're here to awaken to truth, to live from that inside out, to be the peace we want to see in the world, to be the love we want to see in the world, and to always bring our highest selves forward. Thank goodness we have a place in community that we can do that. So wherever you are on your journey, you're welcome here to CSL White Rock. And I just want to say that next week we're going to have our Sunday conversations. We've switched it from the second Sunday to the fourth because we had a little bit of things going on this month, and you'll be noticing this next 4 Sundays we're going to be discussing the first 4 chapters of the Science of Mind. It is, and I always, I was reminded as I was preparing for my talk today that it is the science of mind and spirit. Well, I always tend to shorten it to science of mind. So it was a great reminder for myself to add that in, that it's the science of mind and spirit. So we're going to cover the first 4 chapters because that gives you a real basic understanding of the teaching and will help us each grow in community and together as we're walking this path. So next Sunday, we'll be talking about that. That'll be after our center. You can access this online if you like, and we may have a slight gift for you at the end of my talk today. We'll see what happens. We do that. So now I would like to welcome up for our meditation this morning, and that is, oh dear, who's doing? Jill. Yay! Thanks, Jill.
Thank you, Reverend Tamara. Good morning, beautiful people.
No.
Let's just together, let's take a nice deep breath and hold it up at the top and release it when you are ready. And let's just do that one more time. Nice deep breath in. Hold it up the top. And let it go. Just relax in your breath and allow the breath to settle. Settle into its own natural rhythm. Nothing to manage, nothing to improve. There is nothing to reach for, nothing to change. And before any thought arises, bring awareness to what is present. Right here, right now. Rest in this present moment. There is one life, self-existent, complete, and whole. It does not begin. It does not end. It simply is. This life is not outside of you. It is the awareness that knows this moment. It is the intelligence shaping each breath. quiet power, holding all things in perfect order. Do not try to understand this. Let it be known through stillness. God reveals itself when the mind releases effort. God reveals itself when the mind releases effort. Feel the presence that does not move, yet within which all movement appears. The silence beneath sound. The stillness beneath activity. Notice the peace that requires no reason, no cause, no explanation. In this place there is no lack. Nothing is missing. Nothing needs to be added. Allow yourself to rest in the truth. That same infinite reality, expressing as the stars, is expressing as you. Right here, right now. Remain in this recognition. Let it deepen. Let it quiet the mind and soften the heart. And as you return, gently carry this knowing with you. There is one life. You are within it, and it is in with you. Namaste. And I'd like to welcome back our wonderful musicians, Leora and Jaye.
Shine, shine like a star. Dreams take me far, far away. You, the brightest of all, show me the way. I hear you call, so close to me, I can feel it. You are present in this room today, and no one else can see you, but you shine. All through my life, you'll be my only guiding light. So show me the way. I'm are present in this room today, and no one else can see you, but you shine. Oh, you shine. Shine, you shine. I invite you to sing with me on the closing of this song. Shine, shine like a star. Ooh. Shine, shine like a star. Shine, shine like a star. Shine, shine like a star. Shine, shine like a star.
Beautiful. Wow. Who wrote that song? Oh,
Well, Randy Crawford recorded it,
yeah.
but it was written by Rolf and Steiner.
Ralph Steiner, beautiful
Yeah.
song.
Rolf Graf and Steiner Field.
Oh, Ralph Graf Steinerfield. Oh, there you go. Thank you. Fantabulous this morning. Oh my goodness. Well, good morning again, my beautiful people. It's so good to be in community together, isn't it? It's so lovely. Yeah. Yeah, getting this joyful start to the day. And it's January, which means, it's a world, I don't know about you, but I know in my life, new planners, yes, that gets me excited. New vitamins, yes. And then, that mysterious optimism that sometimes maybe fades away. And so by Thursday, I find myself eating potato chips over the counter. But we're a compassionate community, so we bless those potato chips. We do. But honestly, I love a fresh start to the year. And, today we're going to do something better than a whole new me plan. We're going to go back to basics. And just to be clear, basic doesn't mean boring. Who wants to do boring here? Anybody? No, not me either. One of our, well, I'll talk a little bit about it, but one of our values that came out last week was fun. So we definitely don't want to do boring here. And two, how could the study of the universe and our place in it be boring, right? No. So the first chapter of the science of mind is called The Thing Itself, which, can sound like maybe a horror movie or an unknown casserole, right? But Ernest Holmes, he meant it as something way more profound. It began with a question the other day that stopped me in my tracks. I was listening to a talk by Reverend Dr. John De Palma in Kelowna, and he put words to something my heart already knew. He said, "When was the last time you fell in love with your spiritual life?" When was the last time you fell in love with your spiritual life? Not keeping up with it, not trying to be good, not getting it right. But it's just that place of curiosity, of connectedness. Because sometimes the world feels a little bit fearful and a little bit upset. And what we can use is reconnection, that remembering of what is true. And why I care so much about this, when I first started ministerial school, and even into practitioner training, one of the first things that came up is we had to come up with our why. I don't know if some of you have heard the Simon Sinek book, come up with what is your why. And so my why was simple. I wanted people to fall back in love with themselves. And so when I heard that question, I was like, well, isn't that true? When was the last time we fell back in love with our spiritual life? Because we are one with that spiritual life. It's not that love of ego-based or the I'm perfect love. It's the kind of love that says, I belong. I matter. I'm not alone. And one of the big ones is, I'm not broken beyond repair, because I am not broken at all. So the thing itself, if we put it down into simple language, in case anybody is new to this part of the teaching, is the thing itself is the one living presence. And it is the presence behind everything. It is the life that is living. It's the capital L life that is living life. It is the intelligence shaping the universe. It is the creative power that is everywhere present. It's not that distant picture, when we grew up, the God in the sky. It is not that. It is not a judge in the clouds with a clipboard checking to make sure that we're doing all the things. But it is a presence that is in and through all creation. And that creation includes each one of you. Each one of you. So what I want you to feel today, and not just understand, but you're not living in a cold universe. You're living in a responsive universe. A universe that is not here to punish, but it is here to express through you. Because each one of us are an individualization of the one, that unique individualization. Holmes says it this way: the mind which we discover within us is the mind that governs everything. So we're going to talk about 3 foundational ideas today. And the first one is oneness. And that is, there is one life, one presence, one intelligence, one love. So which we just kind of covered a little bit. And the second foundational idea is that you are not separate from that one life. You are an expression of it. And each one of us is that expression, that individualized expression of the one, which means you're not a mistake, you're not an afterthought, you're not, I don't know if you were ever told this, you're a little too much, or you're not enough, or sometimes you feel like that little weird puzzle piece that doesn't quite fit into the puzzle somewhere. That is not true. And sometimes I think that is true until I go to my practitioner and they remind me of the truth of who I am. I am one with that one mind. I am a unique center of the divine life, and that life is doing things through me that cannot be done through anyone else, the way that it is done through me. And each of us have that gift of showing up in a way to express the love that we are in the world, to express life in a way that matters to each one of us. And sometimes, I don't know about you, but my mind argues, because it does love to do that with me. It says, but the thing is, I know it matters because my soul recognizes that truth when I remember it. My soul, there's something in me that goes, it just settles and relaxes. It's when I have my nervous system regulated, when I'm in nature. It is those times when I just take that breath and go, that is it. So why don't we do this with me right now? Take a breath with me, in and out. And repeat after me, I belong to life. And life belongs to me. Yeah. That's one of the things I really love about this teaching, is that it's radically inclusive as well. It doesn't ask you to abandon your faith. It names the common good, the common ground beneath all spiritual teachings are, all spiritual paths. There may be different languages, different rituals, but underneath it all, there's an intelligent, loving, creative presence that is always there. And that's why so many people today say, well, I'm not spiritual, or I'm sorry, I'm not religious, I'm spiritual, because it opens up the door to all different beliefs. And have you ever heard of what a term called the forest dwellers? I just recently heard this, and it's about the people where they feel closest to God or the divine, and that's in nature. And honestly, I get that because nature, that awe, has a way of breaking the trance of fear and separation. I know Georgia always likes to go and has a tree that she hugs, and that's when she connects right to nature. And it helps our nervous system when we're breathing that fresh air. It softens, it shifts our attention away from the constant worry, but it shifts it back to wonder and to awe. And that is the thing that is so fabulous. So the thing itself isn't only something you think about, it's something that we can learn to see and experience if we're open to it, And that's why we do spiritual practice, people, right? Because the world can program us into fear. But when we take our time to do our spiritual practice, that's when we awaken to that truth and to remembering of who we are, falling back in love with ourselves, falling back in love with that person that maybe might irritate you on a daily basis. I won't mention any names like my husband. Poor guy. Poor guy. I do. And it's looking at him through those eyes of the divine, because each one of us are an expression of it. So when do I forget that he is? When he's crunching those potato chips. But yet I have to, okay, Tamara, let's settle back in and look at him again, because life is expressing through him in that moment. And he's just living his best life. He's doing what he does, which is amazing. So it's turning us away from things that we fear, turning things away from, it's not denying that things happen in the world, those conditions, because they're around us. We see them, we experience them. But it's remembering that there is a truth, there is a good in all of it. So there's another simple practice that I'll invite you to join me in with right now, is I call it the inspiriting. So you can do it super quick throughout your day. You can take 1 to 3 minutes depending. But what you do is you just sit and tap into your breath and place a hand on your heart. And you can say to yourself silently or out loud, there is one life. And this life is moving as me. Right? Let yourself feel supported by something bigger than our worry, by our fear. And then you could add this sentence: I'm spirit having a human experience, and I am not alone in it. Thank you. So this month's book club is Braiding Sweetgrass, which is a beautiful book, and it's also a great companion to the science of mind and spirit. There's a story in the book called Maple Sugar Moon, and it said that the Potawatomi learned to make maple sugar from the squirrels. The squirrels scrape the bark, and then sap comes out, and then overnight the freezing air leaves sugar crystals behind, kind of like, remember that rock candy, right? And here's the part that gives me kind of that goosebumpy feeling, is sugar is a practice of patience, right? The sugaring is practice of patience, because it takes alignment, it takes warm days, it takes freezing nights and time. And everyone participates in it. People, trees, weather, and even the squirrels. So each one has a part of the oneness that creates something really sweet. And as Canadians, I mean, maple, come on, it's our, it's our symbol. And it's just not a nice story. It's that living reminder of our affirmation today, that I am one with all creation, supported powerfully by spirit. So Science of Mind says one mind governs everything, and indigenous wisdom just expands on it. This oneness includes all of creation, every plant, every animal, water system, and living being. So if we've ever wondered, does spirit care about the natural world? There is an answer, and that answer is spirit is the natural world. It is the one life that is woven through all things. Now, Holmes teaches something very practical about how the universe works. He says that the one expresses as love and as law. So love is that warmth of spirit, the connection, the belonging, the compassion, the beauty. And most of us can resonate pretty easily with that, I think. And yet, law then is the reliable way that life responds. It's not emotional, not random, it's consistent. And guess what? It doesn't play favorites. It just does its thing. It's never mad at you. It's kind of like gravity or electricity. It's like, imagine you flip on a light switch and the light goes on. But if I stick a fork in that socket, I get a very memorable spiritual experience a little differently, right? It's the same electricity, I've just used it differently. So here's the key piece, is around that the universe never plays favorite. The law's not a private club. It is available to all. It responds to everyone with the same precision, the same consistency, the same impartiality, and there's no judgment, no opinion, no favoritism. It simply reflects consciousness. Right? That's why sometimes I know I ask myself, how is someone healed with prayer and somebody not? And it just depends where that person is on their level of consciousness. And it's not a judgment, it's just we're all working through this at different levels and at different times. So the thing is, though, that we can learn and we can expand, we can work with life in a way that brings more freedom, more peace, and wholeness. In fact, Holmes reminds us that the divine plan is one of freedom, and freedom is a birthright of every living soul. And it reminded me, when I'm reading through the first chapter, there was a piece in it that reminded me of Reverend Terry's talk from the 28th when he talked about the prodigal son. In that first chapter, in the first, I think it's the first page, just partway down, Ernest Holmes says, the seed of freedom must be planted in the innermost being. But like the prodigal son, we must make that great discovery ourselves. Right? So each person here, we're on our own path. We're walking it, we're learning it at different levels at different times, and that is perfect because that is our path. So freedom is planted, it's already within you. And again, the discovery is personal and it's practiced. And we get to choose it again and again and again until it becomes like our breath, just natural in and out. And that takes me to thinking about prayer and why the science of mind, our affirmative mind, affirmative prayer, or spiritual mind treatment isn't begging. It is alignment. It is when we're setting our inner life to match the truth that we want to live. So that brings us to the third foundational idea, is the divine is conscious life, and so are we. The I am is powerful because it's the place where spirit meets you in life. Every I am is a direction that you give your consciousness. So, I don't know about you, but I know I sometimes have a little bit of a negative I am. Oh, right? Rather than those, I'm grounded, I'm guided, I am loved, I am love expressed, I am learning, I am willing. And my favorite one is when life gets a little messy, I am still here and spirit is still moving through me. So I'll just share a quick story about one time where I didn't think about oneness, I felt it. I was at a retreat, and many of you have probably had one of these moments in your life that you can think about. But I was at a retreat at Hollyhock on Quadra Island, I believe it is. Oh no, it's Cortez Island. I had to go through Quadra to get to there. It was night, and I think you might have heard this story, but I was swimming in the water and there's all the bioluminescence. And so, we were making kind of snow angels in the water, and it was like the water was just lighting up all around us. It was just so beautiful. There was a group of about 10 of us, and we were just laughing and enjoying the time. And then a few of us were floating on our back and we're looking up at the sky, and the next thing, as the ocean was holding me, a meteor shower began. I just went still. It's still to this day, thinking about that moment gives me goosebumps, because the streaks of the light across the sky, the vastness of it all, I felt a tear streaming down my face because something in me recognized the truth without words. It was felt that I was not separate from anything. I was made of this. I am held by this. And I am one with that greatness and beauty of life. That's the thing itself. It's not a concept. It's a presence that you can actually feel when we allow it, when we're receptive to it. And that brings a little bit of piece of joy into it, because this is also important. Joy is not a goal. I think joy is that byproduct of connection. When we sense ourselves inside that great flow of life and not outside of it, something naturally arises. It's the ease, the grace, the wonder, and the joy. And the thing is, our capacity for joy grows in direct proportion to our capacity to feel the thing itself. Right? Now this is where Ernest Holmes gets, I believe, a little bit tender and incredibly clear. Near the end of his life, in notes for a speech he made about a year before his transition, he wrote what Dr. George Bendel later reported in the Holmes paper. He said, "As we go on, let us seek, individually and collectively, more and more to develop a very intimate relationship with the indwelling, whatever that is, what you want to call it. I believe that God is an overdwelling presence, a universal presence, but I believe this universal presence is within each one of us, the person that we are. I think this is the secret of life. The overdwelling presence is the indwelling person, and therefore, even the infinite is personal to me in a unique way." Ernest Holmes. So the thing itself, it isn't only cosmic, it's intimate. It's not out there, it's right here. That's why I wore my red heart today. And why does this all matter? And last week we had a great conversation afterwards. We came up with community values. And that's the thing, a community matters. I told the group last week that if you participate in a community like this, that you will add 10 years to your life. Isn't that incredible? It's not maybe just like, it could be any community that uplifts you. And if you are a person of color, If you participate in a community that uplifts you, it adds 14 years to their life. I found that really fascinating. I thought it was such a good point to remind us that community helps us connect to life. It's where we can be more compassionate. We can be accountable. We can become safer with one another. And we can become brave enough to love where it is hardest. We can become brave enough to love where that is hardest. Not because we're perfect, but because we're present with life. So here's what you can do this week to embody the teaching. You can do the practice that I told you about earlier, but you can also do another one where you look around and you see maybe the tree, the sky, maybe you look at your hands or the steam from your coffee or tea, and breathe in and say, life is here. And then I say I'm one with all creation, supported powerfully by Spirit. And if you really want to go a step further, you could ask yourself, what is mine to do today as an expression of love? What is mine to do today as an expression of love? That could maybe be a phone call, a random act of kindness. Maybe it's even a brave boundary or a moment of gratitude. So, and you could maybe even be a nature-based action. You could put out a bird feeder or do one supportive act for our water or our land. Because we're not here just to understand this. It's important that we understand and we start to practice, but that's the piece. We're here to live it. This is a teaching to be lived. And if we want the simplest way to remember this whole chapter, Holmes gives it to us in one line. It's at the very end. The mind which we discover within us is the mind that governs everything. This is the thing itself, and we can recognize its simplicity. The mind which we discover within us is the mind that governs everything, and that is the thing itself, and we can recognize its simplicity. So today, let's not force anything. Let's simply return and recognize and practice and remember who we are. And that's why here you'll find that we'll do classes, we'll do sacred circles, we'll do book clubs, we'll do vision board workshops, right? Or we do coffee chats, because it's a way to participate in community and to learn. And coming up in the beginning of March, we're going to do a new member or a new community workshop so that if they learn a little more about this teaching. And it's about remembering that may we fall back in love with life. Not someday, but today. And remember to fall in love in those ordinary moments on purpose. On purpose. Let us take this into prayer. There is one life, one love, one presence, one loving intelligence. It is the thing itself. The presence is here and now, and it lives and works and expresses in, through, and as each of us. I affirm to return to this connection, to awe, to love, to steady courage. I know I am supported powerfully by Spirit, as each one of you are, and that I live as an expression of that divine love. And there is always, always that time to take a moment to connect and know that I am this human expression of Spirit, and I am not doing this alone. I am one with all creation, and I am supported powerfully by Spirit. So I'm grateful for this time, grateful for this basics, getting back to basics, this remembering of truth. And I allow these words to flow out into that law that knows no bounds and returns back to me. I let it be. I let it go. And ask you to join me in saying, and so it is. Thank you. It was fun doing that. So now I do have a little gift for you as Leora and Jaye come up. And we have a little booklet, and it is the first 4 chapters put in prose by Edward Viljoen, who used to be our leader of the whole Center for Spiritual Living organization. But we did print them out, but if you don't think you'll read it, please pass it along or don't take one and then we can pass them on to other people next week. So thank you. And thank you.
I think people would like to read that.
I think so too. And then you'll have something to talk about when we're at the community connection. But now I want to turn it back over to our fabulous musicians. Thank you.
This song that we've brought this morning, this one is from Jamie Lula, who I met at Agape, actually with Michelle. Michelle, Jaye, and I went there for a weekend music festival, and Jamie Lula sang this song. Something's calling me. Something's calling me. Something's calling me a little bit deeper than I've ever been before. Feel like I'm walking on marbles. Can feel the earth beneath my feet. Is my head in the cloud, my naked legs laying dangling? I can feel my heart begin to pound. Something's calling me a little bit deeper than I've ever been before. Something's calling me a little bit deeper than I've ever been before. This long dark night, my soul it wanders. Can't see the light that moves within me. If God is everywhere and everything, then I belong. Spirit gently wakes me from my sleeping. Something's calling me a little bit deeper than I've ever been before. Something's calling me a little bit deeper than I've ever been before. Oh Lord, take me deeper than I've ever been before. Oh, pull me deeper is calling me a little bit deeper than I've ever been before. And peace is calling me a little bit deeper than I've ever been before. And God is calling me a little bit deeper than I've ever been before. Love is calling me. Spirit's living inside of me. I feel it. I can see it in you. I can see it in you. Something's calling me a little bit deeper. Something's calling me a little bit deeper.
Wow. Wow. Can you hear me? That was rocking it. Wow. Do you guys have any gigs coming up that we should know about? Right here. Okay. I know. Right here.
March 29th, I'm doing Jazz Fest. That's Palm Sunday at St. Andrew's Wesley at their Jazz Vesper service.
Oh, cool. That's lovely. All right. Well, welcome everybody. I'm Georgia Nika, and I'm one of the spiritual practitioners here at CSL White Rock. If you haven't seen me before, I think a lot of you have. Those of you who are online, if you want one of these booklets, Jill just reminded me that you could get one. So I think yes, to admin. So send an email to admin, and we will get you one. Okay. So announcements today. We have Potluck Sunday, so do stay, have a little snack or a little bite with us. Even if you didn't bring something, there's always tons. So do stay with us for potluck. And then right after that, Rev Tamara and I are going to have our annual vision board workshop. Yeah. Oh, look at her. Whoa. Oh my goodness. You've been working at it.
Yes.
I didn't bring mine. Oops. I'm going to start another one. But it's unbelievable. Some people keep track of them and look at them every month. I make mine and I put it away for 6 months, 8 months, and I look at it and go, look at all the things that came true. Like last year I put this picture of China on it, and I knew there was a chance I was going to China. Well, guess what? I was in China for a month in March, mostly paid for. Yeah, like it's unbelievable how things manifest. So vision boards are very, very powerful tools. So if you didn't register, you could talk to Nancy because she'll register you today. It's $20. Like that's almost free. That's, I don't know, one less trip to Starbucks, kind of? Yeah, maybe two trips to Starbucks. So we brought lots of materials if you don't have any. And yeah, we'd love you to stick around and do that. And we also have Morning Circle with Prax, Diane, and Jill, Thursday, January 22nd at 10:30 on Zoom. So you just have to log on and find us, and you can have that wonderful experience of Sacred Circle. And it's kind of a time to just be heard. Nobody interrupts. You get to talk and be heard. My husband loves that when he goes to those. No, come on. And book club. And Rhonda's here. Where's Rhonda? Where are you? There she is. She's running book club again, starting on Monday, January 26th, as Rev Tamara said, Braiding Sweetgrass. That is an amazing book. So there it is. Is it? Oh, there it is. And then after that, Heidi's going to do a sound bath. I love sound baths. On Sunday, February 1st at 12:30. Once again, you have to register. Oh, what an amazing musical experience. If you've never had a sound bath, I highly recommend that. It's going to be fantastic. And Heidi's so gifted that way. So do come join us for that. And all the other things are listed on the whiteboard. You can always catch them. Your boys' club, the men's club? Oh, it's on a hiatus. Well, last week we had our own boys' club. We had 14 men. I know. Like, we could have had our own boys' club last week. And that's about it. It's time for offertory.
Oh. I'll just do a little chat first, and then you sing, and then, yeah, perfect. Thank you. So this is the time in our service that we talk about the law of circulation, about that we recognize that giving is a spiritual act. It's an affirmation of abundance and trust in the infinite flow of life. What we offer circulates, multiplies, and returns through the law, blessing this ministry and our own lives. And knowing that it is given from a place of love and joy, and that there is enough for all of us. So if you feel moved, I invite you to hold whatever gift you'd like to give our center today, and knowing that we're a not-for-profit and that our center is fueled by you. And knowing that there is a gift in it. And if you've sensed any value today, just take that in. If there's something that touched your heart, that sparked you, that helped you remember who you truly are. Just hold it there in a place of gratitude. And now know a specific good for your own life. Because this isn't a one-way street. It is a circle. And I ask you to repeat after me with a grateful heart. I share my good with this beloved community. And as I give, love and abundance circulate through my life and through this center. Together we thrive, and knowing that I am blessed and I am a blessing. And so it is.
I'm thankful, so grateful. I am one in the spirit all around me. I'm thankful, so grateful. I trust in God.
Thank you. And hopefully you all received a little joy note as well. But if you didn't, for our people online or anybody here didn't get one today, the one I pulled for you is, I am daily guided so that I shall know what to do under every circumstance and in every situation. Ernest Holmes. Perfect for today. Perfect. So thank you, thank you, thank you. We are so blessed today with these musicians, with this beautiful space, with the sun, with our practitioners, our volunteers. It is the law of circulation working right here, right now, in and through each person that has walked through the door today. I know abundance for everyone. I know that life is expressing through each person. So I allow these words to flow out into that law that always responds yes. I let it be, I let it go, and ask you to join me in saying, and so it is. So knowing today that life is always unfolding, and sometimes we need a little help to remember who we are. And so we have our wonderful practitioners. Well, Georgia might be a bit busy. Well, we have time because we have a potluck in between. So you have the three of us available today for prayer. If you would like to experience a spiritual mind treatment where we align with the truth. And online, Catherine is available for anybody who would like to experience prayer online. She'll put you in a breakout room and go through. You just have to message her online. So with that, I ask everybody to stand for our final affirmation. And repeat after me. Something wonderful is happening in me right now.
Something wonderful is happening in me right now.
It's this thing called life.
It's this thing called life.
It's this thing called love.
It's this thing called love.
It's this thing called, it's the thing itself. I know it. I feel it. I definitely express it. And so it is. Thank you. I'll turn it over to Leora for our last song.
I release and I let go. I let the spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith, I see the light. I am free in the spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. I release and I let go. I let the spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife, no more strife. With my faith, I see the light. I am free, I'm free in the spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. I release and I let go. Red from my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith, I feel alive. I am free in the spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. Yes, I'm only here for God. Yes, I'm only here for God.
Thank you. Oh, thank you. You're you. I love it. Thanks, everyone. Stay for potluck. Stay for vision boards. And goodbye, everybody. And on Zoom, thank you for joining us today.